What is up, tankers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This time it is another one of my matches. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible so I can join all of you in 8.3, but that is going to be at least another week's worth of time. But in the meantime, enjoy my content from 8.2. I still have 8.2 replays of yours I will be getting through as well, but not as many as my games. So please bear with me and recognize the fact that this is not 8.3. There are no Chinese vehicles besides the Type 59 that I will be seeing. And speaking of which, there are none in this match. Enemy team pretty much even to ours, although I do believe they have a slight tank advantage. Nope, actually seems pretty even. They have an artillery advantage, that is for sure. And the Low saying we win already, I'd say. Mr. Low saying matchmaker screwed us. Yes, a little, but not significantly. I would say the teams are still pretty even. An artillery advantage is something to be concerned about, but it's not necessarily going to determine who's going to win. My team will have to perform a little better, though, in order to win this match, but it is still well within the realm of possibility. So we have 4 already, you guys have and 3 tank destroyers, and you guys have 3 already and not a TD, so you guys lose. Yeah, not so much, mister. Now, I'm not spoiling the game. You'll see exactly what happens, and I'm not saying we win because I'm just saying it's a very interesting match. You'll see exactly what happens as the game unfolds. Our team sending the standard spread, although I do have to say that heavy tank pushing up the middle, kind of a very, not kind of, it is a very unwise decision. In a match with as heavy artillery support as this, you don't want to be stuck out in the middle of an open field like that heavy tank is. Now, this map, not really the best in terms of hiding from artillery. If there's a lot of artillery on this map, you kind of just tuck your tail between your legs and prepare to die. But this E50M, I'm going to try and lob a shell that way. He pulled right forward at the last second. The 50M proving to actually know what he's doing and driving in an evasive manner to not get shelled to death by artillery. So good on him. A little frustrating for me, but the 50M going to have a hard time fighting a T57 heavy and a T44 unless enemy artillery decides to have a say in that matter. Our team sending a significant number of tanks to that hill, which isn't necessarily a bad decision, but it's unfortunate that they don't have a single tank going for that little town area in order to spot for the hill to lay down some crossfire. This E50M, I can't recall if I get a hit on him, but I should probably be changing my attention to the 1-2 line in an attempt to help my team stop that significant push. And here, I do kind of recognize that there is a significant enemy push. Here we go, re-aiming like I said I should be, letting my team know I am reloading. I have yet to do a single point of damage, while the 212 on my team, the tier 7 right after the KV-1S, having, I said KV-1S, the S-51, having already 1 kill. I feel a little disappointed in my performance at this point, though I do start doing much better here in a short bit. The E100 definitely going to be a problem unless I have something to say about it, and I will here very shortly. I'm gonna just lead the target just the slightest bit. My shell not quite going exactly where I aimed, causing me to splash him for absolutely no damage. And I did see the 8.3 update patch notes. High caliber artillery like the S-51 has gotten a splash reduction, but if you saw, I kind of hit close to him anyway, and I did not a single point of damage in splash. So I'm not really concerned about splash getting reduced. The E100 getting absolutely wrecked, causing me to want to change priority in my targets a bit. There we go, the E100 managing to get himself killed by the mouse, like a mouse, and proving exactly who is the superior tank of the two. Personally, I do prefer a mouse to an E100. It is definitely a bit better at surviving. This E100 driving forward quickly, learning that it is a poor decision, hitting him for approximately 600 points of damage. The enemy team pulling ahead by 2 tanks here, definitely worrisome for me, and I am certainly focused on this 1-2 line push. I mean, if I don't stop it, they roll right up on me, spot me for enemy artillery, and that becomes a very bad day for me. The M103 and the center of the field, not really a wise decision like I said earlier, but the KV-4 and that M103, despite high numbers of artillery, seeming to survive rather well. The M103 pulling up to try and get a shot on that KV-4, and the IS-7, I was expecting that KV-4 to eliminate that Low. Here we go, the AC Meal 48. Tier 6 tank destroyer, not all that concerning considering the caliber of this match, but the M103 I am trying to get a shot off on him, though I can't seem to quite get a good aim. And there we go, my shell hitting nothing but dirt. I still have only done 600 points of damage, and I am through about half of my shells, so the S-51 not exactly renowned for its accuracy. Our hill push getting rather decimated, and we are down by 4 tanks at this point. Me, at this point in the match, feeling kind of useless for how little I've done to help my team, and hoping my team will be able to make an impressive comeback, though I find it unlikely. And the E-50M, certainly, if he stays still, and I certainly hope he does, but his track is now repaired, falling back, I'm going to try and splash to eliminate him or get a direct hit. I want to keep our M103 alive, and the E-50M pulling ahead at the last second, allowing me to destroy him for 233 damage. The Object 212 on our team up to 2 kills, me getting my first kill of the match. Our Object 212 saying, really the reason we lost this was due to the poor skill of our players on the hill. And yes, you saw how big of a push we had on that hill. And now they are all dead except for the 103. So he's probably right in saying that. The 40-43 getting eliminated by some means, I'm not quite sure what, but he got killed before he was able to even get a single tank elimination. So unfortunate for him, the M12 killing our M103, that tank gap just getting larger and larger. We still have an IS-7 getting a kill on that tier 7 light tank, and the Lorraine killing our KV-4. Still, not looking very good for our team in the slightest, but on the plus side, the enemy team doesn't have any more tier 10 tanks left. Here we go, taking a shot, trying to lead the target just a slight bit, and ruining that T-34's day. Certainly not a direct hit for significant damage, but still something to make that T-34 rethink exactly what he's doing. So our team not really standing much of a chance. That T-44 trying to get to the enemy base and spot artillery for us, but he will be eliminated by Mr. Ferdinand. So unfortunate for our team yet again. This game certainly not looking in our favor at this point. 5 tanks behind. And all we have left are 2 artillery pieces and an IS-7 against 4 artillery and 4 enemy tanks. So not looking good in the slightest. The AC Meal getting spotted. Our IS-7 very much near death. That 212 hitting that Meal very, very hard. And I will hopefully be able to get a shot off and eliminate him, but it looks like it will be far more likely that the IS-7 gets the kill. 5 tanks on the hill, and the 212 saying he cannot kill that E-50. Wow, the IS-7 managing to kill that AC Meal just as he died to artillery that M12. And it is up to me and the Object 212 to eliminate the enemy team. If you take notice, I only have 4 shots left, one of which is an AP shell. The enemy team, let's do some math here. I have 4 shots, the enemy team has 7 tanks. Not looking very good in the slightest. I still only have 1 kill, but I will be doing my best to aid my 212 friend here, who I can only hope has several more shots. I do not have 6th sense in my S-51, so the only indication I have that M103 saw me is the fact he turned his gun to shoot me. I do manage to eliminate him, evening the playing field just a little bit. Enemy artillery raining down, dodging the shells as I dance around like a fool, and just you can't apparently hit anything, enemy team. That is basically the flaw of artillery, is that inaccurate gun. A lot of luck comes into play, and a lot of times you either hit completely or miss absolutely. So there we go. The Ferdinand managing to advance up quite a bit. I'm about reloaded here, and I should be able to aid the 212. The Ferdinand, now a 1-shot for me. All I have to do is land a hit. Hopefully the artillery gods are kind, and they will be. Here we go. Mr. Ferdinand getting eliminated. The 212 still alive, and me still alive. Up to 5 kills between the two of us, closing the gap, but I only have 2 rounds left. 1 HE and 1 AP. So, and the enemy team has 4 artillery. Not looking good for us. The T-34 last spotted in that center region. I'm telling my 212 buddy here, I'm like, I don't have enough shells to kill them all. It's gonna have to be a team effort if we end up winning. The Object 212 calling attention to that tank. Here we go. A Lorraine 155-50 coming up on me. I don't want to fire until I am certain I will be able to kill him. He's just serving as a scouting role, trying to get a shot off. I will circle around, get another shell. There we go. A bit of luck coming into my favor. Kill number 4 for me. And the T-34 now spotted and able to get eliminated by either me or that the Object 212. I have to get an absolute direct hit once I reload here, because I no longer have any splash damage. Not looking very good for the inaccurate gun of the S-51. The 212 is going to have to eliminate that T-34 if we have any sort of chance of winning. And here I'm going to do my best to absolutely lead the target and eliminate him. T-34 taking his shot, giving me another chance here to take him out. I lead the target best I can, but my shell falls short. The GW Tiger killing the 212, and I am out of ammo. So if you can't guess, we have no chance of winning this at this point, unless by some miracle, letting my team know I am now empty on shells. And the only way we could win this match, the 212 and myself getting a total of 6 kills, the IS-7 having 3, so we know who were the actual contributors to our team. The T-57 not getting a single kill before he got killed. But like I was saying, the only hope I have, what's going through my mind right now is I haven't given up yet. Sure, I might be out of ammo, and sure, I might be severely outnumbered 4-1, but I can still, hey, anything is possible. And what's going on inside my mind right now is I want to draw. Not by time, well, time is an option, but I want to draw by getting in close enough to the enemy vehicles to where I can bait their artillery into shooting them instead of me. Hey, what else am I supposed to do? It's a long shot, yes, but that's really my only option at this point. I'm going to do my best to dodge artillery. I dance around a little, back and forth, hoping that they will continue to fire shells and actually trying to make them become in the same situation I am in, which is artillery with no shells left. Hey, the enemy team doesn't know I am empty on shells, but this is one of the flaws of the S-51. Besides an inaccurate gun, low shell count. It's really something you have to take into consideration, and I probably should have been a bit more conservative with my shots, waited for a bit more better aim. There we go, artillery yet again missing, juking and dodging those shells as they rain down and attempt to kill me. That Lorraine 155-50, I'm just assuming he's out of ammo due to the fact he has yet to take a shot, but nope, I am completely wrong. So I'm glad I backed up a bit behind that hill, causing him to fire and miss. More shells raining down around me if you can hear them in the game effects. And here I am going to play Hug Your Buddy and hopefully get an enemy artillery shell that doesn't quite hit its mark to hit him instead. I'm doing my best to try. There we go, an enemy artillery shell, another one raining in. The M12 saying, sit still, god damn it. And I'm like, I refuse to listen. I refuse to lose. So the enemy team, again, still trying to get it there. That is exactly what I'm talking about. The not getting hit by artillery, but the T-34 shooting his own artillery piece. Me just being quite the annoying little punk. And I'm going for a ram right here. The Lorraine 155-51 managing to kill me with a shell. Letting the enemy team know now after the fact I am out of shells. So that Lorraine 155-51 being more cautious than he really needed to be. And just a rather entertaining match there towards the end. I certainly pulled my weight there towards the end. Getting 4 kills, I was very happy with my performance. But if I had perhaps done a little bit better at the beginning of the match, my shells had hit their intended targets, I think it would have ended rather differently. I mean, we only lost by 4 tanks at the end. And with artillery support hitting its targets, my team could have eliminated those 4 tanks. That closed that gap, and we could have won. And yes, I know the enemy team called a victory at the beginning, but you never know what's going to happen. Matches are always up in the air. I remember one time someone told me our team had a 10% chance to win because they had the battle efficiency mod installed. And then we won with a 10% chance. So forget chance, forget the stats. Don't ever tell me the odds. And I will play the best of my ability. And who knows? You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you got a replay, check the replay submissions video in the description. And I am looking forward to any replays you guys send in. This has been Spang, and I am signing off.